Hey everyone, it's Trigger Bar Philosopher back out at the range today. Today I'm going to be taking a look at the Heritage Rough Rider 22 WMR pistol. It also has a cylinder for 22 long rifle, and we'll just take a look and review this today. Okay, so let's just take a quick look at what we have here. We have this Heritage Rough Rider, has a bird head grip. What you do in order to operate this is a single action. You put it back in the half cock position. You rotate the cylinder open, or the loading gate open. You can see you have access to one chamber and one chamber only. You can eject or load in each chamber. There's an ejector rod right here that you kind of move down that pushes the rounds out of the chamber. And again, this has a removable cylinder that allows you to change it out from a 22 WMR or 22 Magnum to a 22 long rifle. Currently I have the 22 Magnum in there, and like the smooth brain that I am, I did not bring the other one with me for testing, in which I had fully intended to do. Another feature of this gun that has a safety feature, it actually has a firing pin block. So if you notice right on this, you can move this up, and then when you fire the gun, it's blocked. You can see that the hammer can't get all the way to the forward. If you bring it back, and remove that thing, then it goes all the way forward and you are dropping the hammer on the firing pin. So that's how it works. Let's put it back in safe. We'll load this up and we'll put it in half cock. Also, I did want to show you sort of the difference if you're new to this, but here is a 22 Winchester Magnum round, and this is a 22 long rifle. And you can just see quite a bit more powder in this, so you get a bit more better performance in this 22 WMR or 22 Magnum. So let's just take a look, and today we're only going to be shooting the 22 Magnum out of it. And I do have my chronograph set up. We'll just give it a flavor of what the velocities are out of a 4.5 inch barreled single action gun with 22 Magnum. It's a little bit difficult to do this, but to get the cylinder out, we're gonna put this down. Again, it is unsafe. We're gonna open up the loading gate. There's a little tab down here that you push that down all the way in. And then we're gonna pull out this sleeve that was under the tube there. Pull that out, roll it out from left to right, and then we will put in the 22 Winchester Magnum rifle. Try to get everything lined up best you can in there. And then while depressing that again, this detent here, you have to try and get this in, and it takes a little bit of adjusting with it. All right, and it helps to put it in a little bit of half cock so you can move it around. So to load this up, open up the loading gate, put it in half cock, drop a round in, rotate the barrel, rotate the cylinder, drop another round in, rotate the cylinder, so forth. It's a 6-shooter. God had intended that all 6-shooters should be created. Make sure it goes all the way in. Okay, now we're loaded. Now we can close the loading gate, and we're ready to begin shooting. Just get some velocity readings over here on the lab radar. Again, the way you operate this pistol, I forgot to mention, comes with just a groove in sight and a blackened out front sight. I put a dab of some orange paint on just the end so I could see that a little bit better. I was having a hard time picking it up, so gosh, I have no idea why my freaking camera is so out of focus. All right, well, so let's do that. Hopefully you can see that. So I'll take the block off of the firing pin. Loading gate is closed, put it into full cock. And we'll just shoot it down range, see what we get. 1310. 1326. Oh, and I am using CCI Maxi Mag, so I just thought these are total metal jacket is what they're called. 1304. There's a little bit of recoil with the WMR. And one of the reasons I like this gun and sort of its philosophy of use is it's a great training gun, right? So it's single action, you just put one round in the chamber. You do that with most guns, but it's just one, you know, if someone drops it, they point it at someone else, you're not gonna have a problem. There's a very manual safety way of doing it, a very manual way of cocking this. There's really, you have to be intentionally trying to fire this gun in order to get it go off. So that's a great way to teach someone who isn't familiar with it. Also, you can start them off on 22 long rifle, which is with this heavy a gun. I'll put up what this gun weighs in the one of the corners. But I think that it's important with this. You know, if the recoil is pretty tame, but when you go from 22 long rifle to 22 Magnum, you do get a start to get a flavor of a little bit more of what recoil can be as you prepare them for either a 380 or a 5.7 or a 9mm or a 10mm or something as you want to build them up in caliber. So, all right, let's just keep shooting. .1284, that was a big drop. 1292, maybe out. 1283. Okay, now I'm out. All right, so again, put this back into half cock. I am going to put the safety on in case there does happen to be a live round. Always treat it as if you think there is a live round. And then you center the holding gate, you pull this thing back and you can poke out any rounds. You rotate it, poke out any rounds, rotate it, poke out the rounds, rotate it. Certainly wouldn't be my go-to-war gun or ultimate self-defense gun, but people did a lot of damage in the Old West with single-action revolvers, and it's probably a little bit safer version of that, and kind of a cool way to get your start with firing handguns, and kind of just a cool gun, a fun gun, plinking gun to have. All right, let's just take a quick look of those 6 shots. I know that's not a huge group, but let's just take a quick look at what the averages were. You know, with the sunlight, you're not gonna be able to see it. So the average was 1294, high of 1326 and low of 1448. And the standard deviation was 27. So this brings up another issue is I've heard a lot of people saying, well, I don't get the point of a 5.7. Why don't I just, you know, use a 22 Winchester Magnum? Those are the same speeds. Well, look, this is like 400 feet per second slower with the same grain weight as what I'm getting out of my 5.7 out of bad rounds in 5.7. It's 700 feet per second slower than fully loaded regular capacity 5.7 ammunition, not the anemic stuff. So there's a big difference between 22 WMR and 5.7 by 28. Not that they both don't have their places. You can certainly buy this a lot cheaper. So in your cost comparison, you may say this is a much better deal for you. I know Walther has a great semi-auto loading pistol, but this is just kind of a cool plinker. Now that we have some of these velocity numbers, let's just take it and see if we can start getting some hits on paper with it and see how it shoots. Also just did add some fluorescent paint to this, to the front sight blade, because it was just black on black, and with that gutter sight at the back, it was very difficult to see. And I can see it a little bit better, so let's see how we can do, trying to put shots on paper with this. Again, this is not adjustable, so it's gonna be what it is. I'm gonna have to probably try different types of ammunition out and see if I can get any of them to really hit somewhere accurately on this paper. I've got 6 shots loaded. I'll put the safety down. I've got the targets downrange at, I don't know, maybe 7 yards, something like that, and we can see how we do at getting shots on paper. So that's 6 shots. Let's go see how we did. right, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Wait, that can't be right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, that's what we got. Not a great group. I am noticing that it is shooting quite a bit left, at least with my eyesight. That's a very common problem I have with my eyesight, which is why I like adjustable sights or a dot. Again, this is a plinker, not going to have that. Not really going to be using this in self-defense, so you just have to eye it up and remember where your holds are and things like that. Let's do one more round. I got another target set up. Let's just you know, see if we can get a little bit better accuracy and learning how to shoot this gun. Okay, so I've got another 6 rounds loaded up. Let's just see if we can get a little bit better with the accuracy on this and do a little bit better on the shooting. Have it in half cock, ready to go. Another thing that I might say about this is you can get this gun for extremely cheap. That's actually why I got it. I was like, I can't believe how cheap that is, right? Literally a very, very, very inexpensive gun. If you're on a very low budget, I wouldn't recommend that. But if you're looking for a first gun and you don't want to invest a lot into it and you just want to see if you might like it, might not, this might not be a bad gun to start with. With the multiple cylinders, it gives you some option just for trying out different loads. Is it the best gun? Is it the best quality? No, certainly not. You know, there are Rugers that you can get a lot better quality. It's probably a little bit lower on the quality scale than the new Ruger Wrangler Super that has just come out, but you're also going to pay double or almost even triple than what you are for this gun. I'm sure over time there'll be more comparisons, but even for the regular Ruger Wrangler with this, it's about double what this price is. So pretty awesome. The Heritage is actually a company that is owned by Taurus, so take that for what it's worth. I know there are some Taurus lovers. I know there are some Taurus haters out there. I have another revolver that's a Taurus of mine that happens to work great. A buddy of mine has had several Taurus revolvers. They all work great. Yet I've heard stories of other people that they're in a store. Alaskan Ballistics used to work at Cabela's. Like the 6 Taurus judges in a row all have had broken cylinders with them that just spun in. They had no cylinder lockup. So you can get good and bad. All right, but let's just go with this for what we have, and for what we paid for it. You know, it's quite a deal, and it's a fun little gun. It certainly feels fun. All right, that was our 6 rounds. Put the safety back on, put on half cock. Let's go down range, take a quick look. Again, not fantastic, not what I would call super amazing groups, but you know, it's kind of somewhat effective shooting, and certainly is a lot of fun, especially if you're considering what you pay for it and the type of fun that you're able to get out of it, especially for new shooters. All right, so next what I'm doing, I'm just going to keep shooting this. It takes a little while to get quite a few rounds on this. I don't expect this to be a high count, round count type of gun. But for this review, I'm going to make sure that I have over 100 rounds put through it. Again, loading them in single action mode and firing in single action mode. Hopefully you'll appreciate that that does take some time. And I'll probably just speed this up for the sake of time and do it at double or triple or whatever speed so that it's not super boring. And yeah, if something comes up, I'll stop. But let me know what you think in the comments below about the Heritage Rough Rider. Do you have one? Have you had one that works? Do they have terrible reputation? Is there no way you'd even waste the money that I spent on this on it? What do you think? Do you like having the 22 long rifle and the 22 Winchester Magnum? These are pretty cool little plinker bullets that you can get for a lot cheaper than you can a 5.7x28, but you do lose some velocity. So let me know what you think in the comments below. So please like, share, and subscribe. Thank you.